apologize if at certain parts of my speech I would like stop and go because I've had fever for the past 3 days. My gosh. Anyway, so hi, I'm Ellan Estrologo. I'm third year BFA ID and I'm currently part of the Office of the Secretary General XE. So for this year, a lot of my time has been devoted to COA and COA projects. I've been part of the core of Rec Week, and currently I'm working as part of the board team of Upaya. So a lot of people have been asking me, like, you're an ID major, all your affiliations with COA, you're always promos head, you're always creatives head, why run for Secretary General? So my answer is really simple. This year I've worked a lot with COA and I really discovered the passion to serve all 52 organizations through the different projects I've had. I could honestly say that my projects with COA are the most difficult projects I've been part of, and it has really questioned my determination when it comes to why I'm doing the things I'm doing. So it really made me grow as a person, and I want to take part also in the organization's growth and for them to achieve their maximum potential. And also in my different ICs, my discernment process, my ICs with the presidents, I found that the issues surrounding COA, some issues are things that I can actually address. And if elected, I will really address these. So, my vision for COA is not only a more united COA, but a more informed COA as well. Take into context the image of a family. Like, when I talked to one of the CB members, she really told me that I see COA as a family. But in a family, if you don't know your family members, if you don't know what's happening with them, if you don't know what they're really about, can you really call yourself united? So that's one thing I would really want to address next week. So my two goals are I want the OSG services to be more accessible and useful to the core and their organizations. Because most of them, when I ask them, so what's the role of the section to your org? A lot of them really blank out. So they really can't communicate well what the services really of the OSG to their works. And second, I want the organizations to have more avenues and channels to know more about each other. Like what I said, likening it to a family, you can't really call yourself united if you don't know what's happening with your family members. So how am I gonna do this? Through information design. I'm an information design major, and I really found that at the core of what we do, we don't only make pretty things. We make sure that information is sent to the proper audience in the most efficient and effective way possible. So, I want information to be digestible, efficient, and effective, not only for the core and the CD, but also for the organizations. Because I think it's easier to trickle down information if it's in a more concise and digestible manner. So like one of the concerns is most of the information from COA only trickles down to the core or the CD level, but we want the orgs to be more involved in the COA's efforts. So basically my platform is just refining the current services of the OSG. So first, in the COA calendar, my main vision for the COA calendar is for it to be more accessible and useful as a project management tool for the core and for its members. But first of all, what is a calendar if it's not updated, diba? So my main plan is to make sure that the calendar is updated, establish protocols at the start of the year for people to see how important updating the calendar is. Either to establishing protocols with org sections by holding GAs with them at the start of the year, aligning plans, laying out systems, or by making sure that it's a part of the cluster board meetings agenda. So second, present it in a more effective manner. Not only like a general calendar, but break it down into months and weeks for people to so it's more accessible for people. You know what's happening, it's easier to see, it's easier to read. My main idea now is make this blast every month to the core group so they can easily see it. And third, market it. The problem with the calendar this year is a lot of people don't know that it exists or don't know where to find it. So I think it's really just about making them know that it exists, you can use it, you can find it here, this can be useful to you. So why is the COA calendar important in the first place? So, excuse me, it's to aid organizations in the planning of their events, especially to reduce clashing and conflicts. Next is the minutes and other announcements. I want it to be more concise, go through infographics, announcements, compile them unless they're urgent. so that's easier for people to digest. Because a lot of people are saying that they want to read the minutes, but it's too long, it's too much of a hassle, so why not give them what they want, concise, digestible infographics, and I believe I can actually do that with my discipline. Third, the COA website. For this year, it was the vision for the COA website is for it to be a tool for externalization. My vision for it, however, is for it to be the go-to place if you want to know about works in the Ateneo. If you want to collaborate, if you want to know what their services are, you go to the COA website. I want it to become a culture. Now, if I want to know more about this org, I can go to the website. It will give me the information I want. And to make it fully functional by next year because their 5-month break will be very useful. And my plans are provide a detailed and more concise description, go beyond the premier blah blah organization of the Ateneo. Because every organization in the Ateneo is the premier organization in their field. So what do you really do? How can you help me? How can I help you? So, enumerate the specific services about organization efforts, showcase documentation, and provide individual contact details. And strengthening the X team. So I really want the X team to be utilized, especially for this year. I want them to be divided into committees so the tasks are specific and they can function well. I want to remove the deployment basis and give them year-round tasks. And I want to solidify communication lines between the OSG and the Secretary Generals of their org so that we're all aligned. The communication lines are clear, the flow of communication, the inquiry lines are clear, we're all set, and then realign it the next sem. So that is all. Thank you.